Yo, what's up guys, Weeks here. Going to be doing a Sorcerer NG+17 run, so let's jump right into it. And gotta think if there's anything we want to try differently on this run. I think we're pretty much going to use the same drinks, statues, everything. We could try to change up like the drinks a little bit. Or not the drinks, the chapel, but I don't think we need to. So we're going to be looking for Lucky Hat, or what's the other one we want? Staff of Auto Casting. So one of those two. It's going to be at least ideal. So Lucky Hat, Assassin's Dagger, some skill speed. We kind of want some mana stuff here, but I think we can just roll with it. It's good enough. One more. Alright, so crafted Lucky Hat. Let's grab Staff of Auto Casting. There we go. Gonna keep our chapel the same, I think. We could try something besides Hammer. But we're gonna go Evil Infusion, Eruption, Wicked Sickness, Starlit Stinger, and Elemental Bruiser. Brings our cost up to 270. We'll see how that is. We'll be looking for some mana regen pretty early, but should work decently well up until that point. We'll go Wilmer, and we'll also go Cedric. Just gonna make sure we are picking up some. Oh, we actually have positive resist. Just need to make sure we're picking up some mana crystals as we go, so we'll get the more resist, which is more damage. We'll get the more mana regen, which is more damage, and then we also get, yeah, it just works really well. Pick up the mana crystals. You get resist, which gives you damage and resist, and then you also get regen. So that's what I was trying to say. Abundant shops. We're gonna go abundant shops instead of guidance for our caster. I think I prefer that. Might keep consumables. We'll see how expensive it is. Gonna be overseers. Those 70. So we'll just go lousy. We'll just do the 40. Pretty standard 40 run. Also some movement speed would be nice for this character. So NG+17, confirm, 17. We're good to go. It's like last chance if I missed anything. Technically more damage. It's kind of nice when your defensive skills turn into offensive stuff. Grab the key. Could go out of our way for mana regen, but I don't think we need to go that far out of our way. We're going to try to do like a quicker run, because I think we've been playing Sorcerer a little on the slow side, so we're going to try to go faster with this. Anything over there we need to go after? Potentially. So, should have gone that way first, but not a big deal. Alright, so there's actually nothing over here. Some enemies, some mana crystals. We'll at least grab that. Alright, I see a shop. You may need to pick up a little more money for the shop. Not really, I don't really remember how expensive it is for our current NG level. But hopefully we can find enough on this level if we need. Let's see, Spear of Mana. That sounds good for me. Also want to get the spell book and probably the glowing staff or the stiletto. So somewhere around 4K if we can get it. Which we're luckily not too far away from that. So 4K is the number to beat. Alright, so we're good. We can buy everything we want. Alright, let's go shop. We'll get that last trap, and we'll be ready for the next floor. I think, like we said, we just want damage and mana regen. So let's go spellbook for the 20 spell power, and we could get 10 more skill power as well. I think we're gonna go stiletto since all our damage is hybrid. It'll help with all of our skills. Hopefully more than the spell power would. Not really sure what's best in that situation, since the stiletto is only half benefit for our character. Buckler. Imps can usually spawn in this area, so at least bring my character over there. See if we can get a nice little imp spawn. That Orb of Winter is doing work. Also just making sure you stack up everything to get the overlap when things die. They explode. Does a pretty sizable amount of damage. What's my regen right now? 58. That's with the buff from Cedric. So I just picked up a mana crystal. It's pretty quick. We just need some movement speed. The old one-shot. At least there's that. At least we're one-shotting bosses. Let's see. Let's check down here for the button first. Oh, and we see it. Sweet. Wand of Spell Piercing. Nice. Kind of has a half benefit since all our damage is hybrid, but we have it and Stiletto, so those two items together kind of create one good item for us. Oh, we got stuck. Alright, let's try not to get stuck. I feel like I should pretty much have an orb out at any moment. so it's constantly leeching. What we got? Let's check up here. We have a drink and our button. Very cool. Got some easy buttons so far. We somehow managed to avoid that ore completely. I feel like I'm just slowed constantly. I'd like to get some movement speed boots at some point. Make the run feel a lot better. Getting caught on enemies is really bad. We need to try to avoid that a little more. Trying to push to go faster on this character, but I feel like I'm gonna get myself killed. King's Regalia, or Scepter of Kings. That's a pretty big pickup. It'll definitely help out as we go. It's like the crazy thing about the Sorcerer, his title is so good for like himself that the more runs you do, the faster and faster they become. Because we're definitely having to like conserve mana a pretty good amount, so we're not running out constantly. Which I think is part of our reason for getting stuck on enemies and taking more damage than we should. And third button. Easy buttons. Of course that couldn't be easy. Go for 3. Alright. Wow. Alright. Only one away from maximum failure. And we still got a trickster item, which I really like the trickster items. They're pretty powerful, especially as a luck-based character. You're gonna get a lot more evade than you normally would. Alright, let's go ahead and shop while we're here. Let's cast our stuff and peace out. Disarm enemies sounds pretty good. Ring of Mana as well. Let's get those two. And maybe just get some punch on our primary attack. We normally grab like armor or something, but I feel like my primary is doing basically nothing. And I'd like it to do just a little more than nothing. More skill power. Alright, we're getting there with our skill power and our mana regen. Let's see what do we have left to explore just down here. Oh, we were positive in town because we had it on like NG+17, but now we're not positive. That makes more sense. We're not too far away from positive, but it's definitely negative. Was that Bloodthirst Ring? It was. It only takes one orb to kill bosses so far. That's pretty nice. It should just be one orb to kill statues as well. Yep. So our orb is just hitting like a truck. Oh, see a secret. Try to get these items as soon as possible. If you feel like slightly weak at all, go for the items first. Curios? Sure. The resist is extra damage. Getting a lot of extra damage with all this resist. Maybe I can just keep moving like this. It still somehow killed it. I expected it not to drift close enough. Well, that's working. Alright, so where are we going? We need to find the exit again. I'm starting to feel powerful on it, on this character. Had some pretty good help with our items so far. Wow, we still got it. We didn't actually get into full combo. We have some block as well. So what's everybody up to tonight? What are you guys doing? I feel like I have to focus on the Sorcerer a little more than some of the other characters I've been playing recently, so it's kind of an adjustment. I've been playing a lot of primary builds. Doing this first time viewer, playing some HOH with my friend later. Oh, nice. Well, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy Here's a Hammerwatch. Are you a first time player of the game as well? Or you've played before? Alright, what we got? We can go more mana regen. Seems pretty smart. This will pick up sandals because we want our movement speed, and we'll pick up a Markham's just in case we get lucky in the later acts and get the 3-piece. Yo, Spindabus, what's up, dude? We are just playing something different today, doing some Sorcerer. We've been playing lots of primary builds. We need to play our spellcasters a little bit. I've been playing for a couple months. Enjoyed Hammerwatch 1.2. My highest HOH is NG+17. That's still really good. Change your display name because you finally could. So now you should have the same name everywhere, right? I won't have to remember your old name anymore. I don't even remember your old name anymore. Oh, you watch a lot of YouTube. Nice. Well, let me know if you have any questions. I mean, I tried to, yeah, answer all the questions and I don't know, help the community and whatnot. Gotta think about more guides I can make. Got a couple in mind, but not sure when I'm gonna plan those. I guess the next one will probably be like a tips and tricks type video. Or maybe like a 50 things you don't know or might not know. Let's not say definitely don't know. Nice, more movement speed. That's what we need. We can go fast now. Crown of Kings. So we have 2-piece kings. Feels nice. And we have to go all the way to the other side. First item, serrated scimitar, rolled assassin's dagger, seal of souls, heartseeker, and shop. Jeez, you have all the crit. All the crit and like really good items to go with it. The only thing, I don't even, like you're not really even missing anything, but I would say you definitely want like a, you want to get a disarm or stun item as soon as you can, and then you'll be unkillable. Oh. Pick up mana stuff at the same time that I level. Can't complain too much about that. Let's see, you've been pushing Ranger today, and even with armor, res, minus 200, he has no issue, Ranger OP. Dude, I've been having a ton of fun with Ranger. They're like 30-minute runs too, or like 35, but doesn't sound as good when you say 35, even though it's like pretty insane. Everyone basically does 50-minute runs on every class, but some you can go a little faster, like 40-minute runs or 35 with Ranger. It used to be kind of crazy, and some would take like 2 hours. Like old school Spell Priest, take an insane long time. Jump through the portal, get an imp. Alright, where's he at? Is this gonna be a repeat of yesterday, where it's just keys and only keys, actually, I think. I know I was begging for gold and ore, and he would just give me keys. Sundering Strikes. Maybe I'll do a ranger run next. So I think my ranger is approaching 20. I'm trying to get like everyone to 20 around the same time. Which reminds me, wizard is pretty low. It's just, I don't know. Can't find the motivation to play wizard. I guess because I haven't like gone too crazy with my spellcasters. I've mainly been focusing on primary builds. Alright, we got one chest and one portal to jump through at least. And we're out of here. Yeah, what is your ranger up to? Is that what you're at 21 with? Spinabud. Spinabud, you're not a noob anymore. What's up, Madison? Coming out with the straight daggers. Yeah, 21, feeling like I could push towards 25. Probably. Markham Stone. Probably have to take Markham Stone out of respect. Both of these, actually. Double Markhams. Sure. Double Markhams, and we'll just take the Ring of Tea. Just to have mana forever. Watcher will definitely get scary. Are you doing the tanking strategy, or are you doing the kiting strategy? You may have to switch at some point, just tanking. Are you doing main room tanking, or are you going like off to the sides? So I think main room tanking is faster, but off to the side is probably safer. I can show what I'm talking about when I get there. Main room. Yeah, I would say you can probably just switch to side room tanking. Try to have the enemies in like a tighter choke point. I guess also, are you playing primary? So many questions to figure out what you're actually doing. Because some people play skill ranger. Primary with Callus and Ozreth. Yeah, that's fine. Ozreth is kind of insane. Yeah, you can poison that boss, right? So you just drop Kyra and do Ozreth. What I plan on doing is when I need to switch to Stab in the Dark, I will drop Bolgarth for Ozreth. Because Stab in the Dark should be able to keep you in combo all the time. You won't need the extra seconds from Bolgarth. So we have an imp somewhere. I think Kyra is considered skill damage. Yeah, it is. It's considered skill damage. You just want the 20% increased attack speed. That's pretty much why everyone takes it. Everything in the game is skills except for your primary and your divine skill. Oh, we haven't found it. Is there a button down here? We missed it again. This happened to us yesterday. Ah, there it is. Might still use him on Glad. Yeah, I'll also do more testing before I know, but I would say at the end of the game, I'll probably be using Ozreth, Kyra, and Callus. And just drop Bolgarth. Because I think Bolgarth is only good for me right now because I'm avoiding Stab in the Dark. But with Phonetic Eruption and the super high crit chance with Stab in the Dark, you'd be able to run Magebane, and you'd be able to drop Bolgarth for a different statue. Because you'd probably just naturally stay in combo with all that crit and luck. And it's kind of the same issue as Bolgarth is also skill damage, so it doesn't scale with primary attacks or anything. So even though it's like 100 flat, it's just not going to scale up very well. Whereas Kyra, at least you can continue to scale it, like just by levels. Bolgarth, the AoE doesn't actually scale past 100. Thinking about adding potentially Cedric on Ranger. Let's see, Cedric on Ranger. So, mana regen or just, what do you get? Skill power per resist? And 20% extra resist? I don't know, it seems kind of weird to me, but I've heard of people doing it. Like you do some build where you're using like Safe Bet plus Cedric, and you'd get a lot of extra percent resist, which would give you extra damage. But if you do all that, it would probably go with like a skill build version. Power Shot ignores 100% resist. Yeah, but you have to... It's Power Shot though. But that's how I feel about it. It's probably worth trying out, like a skill ranger at some point. Probably just gonna cruise at least to 20, and then after that I'll look to try to play out some more, try to play some like wackier builds. Let's see, so the little choke point would be like over here. Oh wait, up here maybe? You had to pick like a different spot for the ranger, but I think you get the idea. when you've got a big train of enemies. Yeah, if you're playing primary, you don't really play with power shot like at all. I've thought about like unattuning my skills and using those points for like enemies instead of power shot, because I like actually don't ever use it. Same kind of goes with the roots. I would probably take like rank 1 roots so I had enough mana to cast it all the time. So Madison, what are you up to? I feel tired today. It's been a long day. Let's see, I've got a workout scheduled and I'll probably die a few times trying to get the NG+11 on Pally. Thought you were about to say you're gonna die on your workout. Started working out again this week and feel like I'm dying. What are you dying to on Paladin? It definitely takes a little while to get used to how to play Paladin. Oh, I'm just doing like cardio, which I haven't been doing cardio in a while, so gotta retrain my heart. Oh no, that was a little late, but it's off cooldown at least. Spiked shoes, spiked boots, spiked boots. Usually get a little too cocky in Act 4 and the machine gun on the eye kills me lots. Yeah, you gotta stand right next to him and he won't ever machine gun you. Just every time that he resets, just stand on his book and he'll push you to the side a little bit, but you'll never get machine gunned. And then I just watch the health bar at the bottom, and when it stops moving, you just move out of the way, so you don't continue to take the confusion orbs. So that'll help a little bit. But yeah, machine gun can instantly kill like any character. So if you're tanking, you gotta commit to tanking. Yeah, no problem. I've had some unfortunate deaths from those. What is that? That is our 104. Okay, so we actually don't need many more levels. Just one more, actually. So we don't need to just kill everything. I see you over there, Mr. Imp. Come on. Experience. We can ignore even more stuff now. I died on this trap a long time ago because I pulled a bunch of enemies into it and then I was confused. So I make sure to respect that trap now, even though that was like some NG4 run like so long ago. That's all it takes. It takes one time. Gotta learn your lesson. See, now my mana regen feels awesome. What is my mana regen? 75. So 75 mana regen feels awesome. But so frustrating getting that far and then getting deleted. Yeah, that's like the people that don't respect the stomp on Dragon. They get stunned, and it doesn't happen every time, but you'll get stunned and you'll eventually get pushed back without Boots of Freedom, and at the same time he'll do his breath and it will kill your character and you'll cry. I was watching someone that had that happen to them. As it happened to them, I was trying to warn them, but they just didn't understand. I think it was the first time they got to NG3 as well, so he just gained that ability where he stuns you. And they ripped. More experience. Double experience imps. We got ore from one earlier. And I think we also got keys, so we've had 4 imps. Armor of Kings, Amulet of Vengeance. Armor of Kings for sure. Staff of Unstable Casting for sure. And I might just go with Keyring to find ace keys. So we have an ace chest over here. Just go Wrath of Thunder God. Some free leech as we take damage. Alright, we've already found our imp, so we actually don't have to explore everything because we know we're not going to find an imp. And secrets can only be along the walls, so we don't have to go all the way down there. See what else we got. Some more ore. Boots of Freedom. Alright, keep that in mind. We have Boots of Freedom. We can stand right next to the dragon. I still don't want to get stomped on this character. Really any character, except Paladin. Paladin is just strangely okay with being stomped. Alright, let's see. If you had to guess, what NG level do you think you'll reach before you start failing to get through? I actually don't think there's going to be a limit. To be honest, it's going to be the time is going to be the issue. Just because you can continue to play and upgrade your statues, and statues are going to give you enough damage to where you always have enough damage. So it's always going to become an issue with survivability. But you have the bestiary, so you can kind of fix whatever you're having an issue with. So I don't really know if there's going to be like a place where you just can't get past. It's all going to be time gated, I think. And there's also Arena that I haven't participated in, or not much. And that could easily be a place to get more stats. So I have a lot of like places I can always fix my stats, but I haven't even needed to. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like what all would have to happen for you not to be able to defeat a run. You'd have to basically play a character. You'd have to get stuck on that character, and you have to get stuck on all your other characters. So you wouldn't be able to get any stats from other NG levels. You would have to be your max level, so you could never get past whatever with more stars that you just dump into the bestiary. And you can always change it. You can always get more ore to get higher statues. So yeah, I guess until the point where stuff starts one-shotting you. And even if you attune for that enemy, you still get one-shot. That would be like a hard cap on the game. Because currently, I mean, I'm kind of cruising through this NG+17, but all my statues on this character are level 10. See, I was thinking that too, that casters fall off. There has to be a place where like Gladiator starts becoming better because his title bonus is so good, and you can have like 2,000 crit bonus on all of your primary attacks, but spellcasters, you can only get so much. There's only so much in the game. I think there's only 450%. You can't ever get any more. So the damage will fall off there, but what their damage won't fall off with is using just higher and higher statues. I mean, Wilmer gives you damage for the cost of your skills. You can upgrade that to like 30, 40, whatever. Cedric also gives you damage, which is kind of better than like some of the primary builds I've been using, because normally I just go Callus, Bolgarth, Kyra, and Kyra is mainly just attack speed. Bolgarth is just combo time. So my melee builds only use 1 damage, but casters are using 2 damage. I guess eventually it'll get to the point where the primary builds will hit a wall and they'll need the damage. So you have to switch out Bolgarth for more damage, or Kyra for more damage. Whoa, we almost died. I actually like blinked and didn't see what happened. Did we just get jumped on by a lot of stuff? That's spooky. But at the same time, you could always switch to a primary build on a caster. Like, if you had so many gladiator levels, then maybe primary would be the way to go. And then you would unstuck your caster. I'm gonna have to watch that again, because I actually don't know. Was it the turret? Doesn't seem like it was the turret. Must have just been a bunch of trogs jumping on me. Now I'm like super respecting them. Shotgunned by turret plus jumps, I think. Oh, the perfect storm. Well, at least it didn't die. We're talking all this smack like, oh yeah, we won't have any issues until never, and then we like instantly die. I guess like Act 5 got my confidence up, because I didn't take any damage just running through all the enemies, and now it's like, oh yeah, these guys are gonna mess you up. It's like some other stuff I'm not certain about, how many like stacks I had of this. If I was in combo, if I was not in combo. I'll have to look back at it. We're about to get to the hardest room. The 4 turrets and a bunch of trogs. Alright, let's play it safe. We'll just throw our little thing in there. Throw it over there as well. Oh, we got 2 of them that are just nets. Alright, we're safe. If we're dying to the crash in this load screen or the dragon. Alright. Alright, oh wait, we got one more load screen. Also shouldn't have picked up that item. That was a mistake. We just lowered our damage. Nice. We survived. Alright, stats, what do we got? We got 131 million damage, 30 was physical, 102 was magical, and it took us 44 minutes. Okay, we're getting there with our speed. And what do we have to attune? Okay, we're gonna start working on primary stuff for this character. So let's go down to the bottom. Try to get like all of it. I think we've already got all the spell stuff, we already got all the mana regen. So we're just gonna try to juice up our primary a little bit. Poison, why not? Assassin's Dagger, Quickness. Alright, looks like we only have blue items now. Definitely Heartseeker. Get the crit. And we'll get the rest of this next time. Or probably the next 2 NG levels. But yeah, that's Sorcerer NG.